Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and today we're going to undertake another Top Gear style challenge, and we will be racing from the top of Mount Chiliad down to the very northern point of Paleto Bay there. Okay, so this is where we're going to be starting from at Mount Chiliad, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up here, you know, and we'll be taking the Safari Comet, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. The driver will be setting off from here, ladies and gentlemen, and the parachutist will be setting off from the previous location. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it really is a rather long drop down there now, isn't it? Okay, Mr. Raccoon getting the festivities started. So, like I say, we're going from the top of Mount Chiliad all the way down to the north tip of Paleto Bay, don't you know? And like I say, on this particular occasion, I'm going to be assisted by my good friend, Mr. Raccoon, you know. His name's The Bromby, has a channel of his own. If you see how it's spelt there, that's how you'll find the channel. Why don't you go and check that out? Okay, now the first thing we've got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to pick up the Vista Safari Comet by Cargo Bob and take it to the top of Mount Chiliad, because that really is rather a long drive, you know. Okie dokie, now, like I say, as Top Gear performed this particular challenge, ladies and gentlemen, they were racing a car down a mountain versus skiers or snowboarders down a mountain. Now, unfortunately, as I'm sure you're aware, we don't have any skis or snow. Get out of my way. Look at those hikers there. Go on, sod off. Get out of it, would you people? Go on, that's it, there we go. Okay, like I say, we don't have any snowboards, so instead we're going to be racing a car versus a parachute, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be the Vista Comet Safari versus the parachute, and we're going to be going, as I say, all the way from the top of Mount Chiliad, ladies and gentlemen, down to the tip of Paleto Bay there, and we're going to see who gets there first, either the car or the parachute. Okie dokie, there we go. Like I say, Mr. Raccoon's going to help me out here, you know, jolly good chap, you know. He's going to throw a grenade there to get us started, and okay, we're off. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I'm going to take the Vista Comet to start with, ladies and gentlemen. That's probably, right, I've gone the wrong way around there to start with. Right, that's a bloody bad start, isn't it? Okay, I really have to be quick, because right now Mr. Raccoon is going to be heading on down that walkway there, and he's going to be going on to the end. Now, unfortunately, as before, we don't actually, I can't get my hands on Mr. Raccoon's video clips, you know, so unfortunately, we're going to have to splice in a little bit of footage of my own, giving you an idea of what went on, you know. Okie dokie, and here we go. I've gone off the edge, and Mr. Raccoon is now going to be running along that metal beam there, and he's going to be getting to the end, and he's going to be launching himself into the air and pulling that parachute, and I'm going to have to be trying to make my way down the Mount Chiliad. Oh my good God, Jesus Christ, that's a long drop, isn't it? Gee, I was not expecting that. Okie dokie, right, and now I'm going backwards. Okay, let's try and turn it around, and no, hit a rock. Okay, going right, no, going the wrong way again. Okay, jolly good. And at this point, Mr. Raccoon is going to be turning his parachute and lining up on the eventual sort of drop zone or whatnot, landing zone, I should say. I'll be coasting down there, and here we go. Okay, right, here we go, going backwards again, aren't I? Right, spending more time going backwards than going forwards, it seems. Can I get it around the right way? No, I can't. Right, I'm going to just try to drive it backwards, and maybe it'll spin me around the right way, you know? Right, okay, that didn't work out all. Right, okay, sodding hell, that's not what I wanted. Okay, and for Mr. Raccoon, it really is going to be very simple, ladies and gentlemen. He's just got to sit in the sky there and slowly coast on down to the coast, so to speak, you know? And I'm going to be sliding on my roof all the way down Mount Chiliad, it would seem, and this is not what I need, ladies and gentlemen. I need to be going much faster than this, and Mr. Raccoon is going to be just sailing away and gaining ground all the time there. And that's not what I want at all, is it, ladies and gentlemen? So, okay, I've got to flip this car over, get back onto its wheels, and try and get down this sodding mountain, you know? Okay, tree there, can I miss it? No, hit the tree. I'm going backwards again. This really is most annoying, ladies and gentlemen. I've come to a complete stop just to try to turn around, and there we go, Mr. Raccoon, like I say, coasting down, not a care in the world, taking it nice and easy while I'm panicking and stressing, trying to keep this car on its wheels and heading in the right direction. And right, okay, I finally gotten to the bottom of Mount Chiliad, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen? Well, that really is a jolly good thing. Now I've got to try and get out of where I am, and like I say, Mr. Bromby, or Mr. Raccoon, I should say, is just going to be floating down there, you know. And I'm going to have to try to get the hell out of here as soon as I can. Right, okay, here's an opening. Right, going down, not worrying about the road, just going to plow through, ladies and gentlemen. I'm clearly going to be behind at this point, you know, not having a jolly good run. And they've been on my roof and going backwards and hitting all sorts of things, and now I've hit a sodding fan. Right, okay, and Mr. Raccoon, like I say, up in the sky there, taking it very easy. So this is the question, ladies and gentlemen. Can the car beat the parachute to the tip of Paleto Bay from the top of Mount Chiliad? And we're going to find that out very shortly, I'm sure. You know, this really is rather interesting, like I say, imitating vaguely the Top Gear test there, or the Top Gear challenge, where either the skiers or the snowboarders failed to remember and raced down a mountain against a car, and that's exactly what we're trying to sort of replicate here. Yeah, in a manner of speaking, you know. Okie dokie, and here we go. Mr. Raccoon's going to be flying down now. I'm getting towards the end here. I'm finally getting towards the beach area. As you can see, it's very, very close there, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Raccoon is actually slightly in front of me, but I have got a little bit of horsepower, so maybe I can just pip him at the post if I can just not hit any sodding rocks. And okay, doing a good job of it so far. Right, okie dokie. And he's going to be getting closer and closer himself all the time. It's going to be very, very easy for him to get down there, ladies and gentlemen. All he's got to do is just sit in the sky and let gravity pull him down. Whereas I've got to negotiate all sorts of bends and rocks and all sorts of things, as you've seen, ladies and gentlemen. Not to mention throwing myself off the top of a mountain, you know. Okie dokie, and here we go. Right, okay, so coming up to the very last stretch now, ladies and gentlemen. Going onto the sandbar now, and I've got to get up there, round to the beach, just before Mr. Raccoon. You can see it's buried. It's neck and neck right now, and I've hit that rock, and he's taken the little even sodding hell. Right, and there he is. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. In fact, he didn't actually land on the spit. Okay, so, well, what do we make of that then? Can't really decide. I mean, technically he got there first, but he didn't land on the spit, so... Well, I suppose we're going to have to try that again now, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Now we're at the top of Mount Chiliad, as you can see, scaring off more hikers, as we like to do. And okay, there we go. Jolly good. Right, let's give it another go then, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Mr. Raccoon is already up there waiting for me, and on this occasion, he'll be taking the Safari Comet, I do believe, and I will be parachuting. Okie dokie, well, he's got things rolling, you know. We're going to start off with a grenade and an exploding cargo bomb, and that seems like an unnecessary destructive way to go about things, and that's what we're going to do, you know. So if Mr. Raccoon, if you would be so kind as to launch that grenade for our Le Mans style start. And here we are on top of the platform, just waiting for that grenade, and now we're off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, this time I'm going to have to go ahead and take the parachute down there. Try not to get on that door, you know what's going to happen there. Okie dokie, rightio, and we're going down. I'm going to try to get there, and at this point, of course, Mr. Raccoon is going to be in the car, and he's going to be positioning himself for that leap off the top, and I'm sure he's going to be jumping into the precipice as we speak, and hopefully not doing as bad a job as I did, you know. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, well, here I am. I don't want that raccoon to wing, you know. He sort of beat me there, or didn't land exactly, did he? He certainly beat me, so I want to see if I can't just beat him down. And at this point, he's going to be throwing himself off that huge ledge, ladies and gentlemen, sailing through the air, and that really is most unnerving, and I'm going to be doing very similar, ladies and gentlemen, throwing myself into the precipice, ladies and gentlemen, pulling that parachute, and trying to get over that the crest of that hill, sort of lip of that hill there, and now we're going to be just drifting on down, while Mr. Raccoon is desperately trying to control the vehicle, and I can assure you, having attempted this myself, this really is no easy task, ladies and gentlemen. It really is rather tricky, you know. Okie dokie, and there we go, like I say, just coasting on down, cruising on down, not a care in the world when you're on the parachute, you know. Easiest thing in the world, just pull the chute and then just drift and coast on down to that tip. But unfortunately, the driver's got a lot more work cut out for them. You know, they're going to have to try to balance that car, keep it in a straight line, get down that hill as soon as possible. And my good God, right, okie dokie, nosedive it. How about that? Right, okay, like I say, very easy for me, ladies and gentlemen. Laughing at the raccoon as he's sweating and panicking at the wheel there, feeling really quite confident about these things, you know. Okie dokie, yeah, he's going to be trying to make his way out, ladies and gentlemen, get out from the bottom of Mount Chiliad and get onto that main road in the Pista Safari Comet there. We've chosen to use this vehicle because it is an off-road vehicle and it has got a reasonable acceleration and top speed, you know, ladies and gentlemen. After all, it is a Pista Comet, you know. Okie dokie, and like I say, he's on the road there, ladies and gentlemen. He's about ready. He's coming, be approaching that turning very, very shortly. And as you can see, I'm sort of still quite a way away at this point, you know. Okie dokie, of course, that goes without saying, really. Mr. Raccoon is a more proficient driver than I am. I'm sure he didn't slide down the mountain on his roof for an extended period like I did. Okie dokie, and he'll be battling his way now across this uneven ground through the trees and the scrub and whatnot, and I'll just be coasting down safely, happy as a sand clam, you know. And there we go, right, and it's getting very, very close. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, he's now on that slip road, and he's going to be trying to get there ahead of me, and I don't like the idea of that at all, you know. Right, okie dokie, here we are, and right, okay, yes, he'll be bouncing along, hopefully not hitting rocks as I just did there, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, and it'll be, you can see on the mini-map there on this particular run, it was very close, but then something went horribly wrong. Okie dokie, but on this particular run, ladies and gentlemen, when I am parachuting, as you can see, Mr. Raccoon is already way ahead of me there, ladies and gentlemen. He's on that sort of grass scrubland and whatnot, and he is heading towards that sand spit. Okie dokie, difficult to say what's going to happen here, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, I've got it very, very easy, but he is getting very close. Okay, go. Right, it's not looking good on this for me on this occasion, is he? He'll be, right now, he's going to be pulling onto that beach, as you could see there on the mini-map, and he'll be coming around these rocks, and he's pretty much got it in the bag, unless he ditches it in a drink, don't you know? Okay, go again, as we can see, that is on the mini-map, that is the mini-map we need to be here, that is the reliable one we can see, and let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, he's pretty much there, and I'm not quite. Okay, well, there we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Mr. Comet Safari get down the mountain faster than someone on parachute? Well, yes, it would appear with the right driver, ladies and gentlemen. That is perfectly feasible, you know. In fact, Mr. Raccoon has been sat there for a couple of seconds, so much now he's turned his car around in a sort of gloating gesture, and I really don't care for that kind of thing. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Top Gear challenge, and bloody hell, sodding Raccoon. Yes, well, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.